the weekend before that racing winner as well. Joining us now, John Zimmer Jr., the driver of Terminal Velocity, back-to-back racing champions. John, are you in here with us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Outstanding stuff. Now listen, here's the bottom line. You're going to have to learn how to share. You're being awful greedy with all these racing wins. I get it. This isn't, 10,000-pound monster trucks, and we're not, drinking methanol fuel down and going crazy. But nonetheless, you have to have a cool, calm, collected head, and you have to go through the steps and learn the track and do what you have to do to win. What has been the secret to getting 2 back-to-back racing wins to this point?
The secret is you just got to be super consistent, just like the real life. Smooth is fast, nice and smooth entries for the turns, exit, everything matters. Last weekend was straight line, so you just kind of held her wide open. But this week we got a tight J-hook, so everything's going to be decided in that final turn.
So basically, Joey Sylvester, you're in here with me. This is kind of a driver's track for John Zimmer Jr., is it not?
Yeah, definitely is. I mean, last weekend was, I think, was a driver's track too, just a different style of track. You had to have a little bit of rhythm to your driving style. There was a double in there, and if you overshot it, it kind of screwed you up for the finish line jump. Every single step of the way, you had to be on your game, even though it was straight line racing. And man, Zimmer, he's been killing it both weekends we've been out doing this stuff, making us guys look bad out there.
Well, hey, listen, man, the great thing about it, John Zimmer comes from a great bloodline of monster truck drivers. John Zimmer Jr., your father, Big Zim's been watching, hasn't he? Has he been talking to you a little bit about this? Does he dig this?
Yeah, he thinks he's like totally into it because of how different it is. It is monster trucks, but instead of being in the real world, we're in the virtual world. He's been watching every single one, giving me tips of what he thinks he would do in real life, but, virtual world's a whole different game.
It is indeed. All right, man, we're going to let you hop out of here and go get ready for the racing. Also joining us, back-to-back freestyle championships, both the first 2 events, 2 freestyle wins. Preston Perez is with us. Preston, great stuff getting those freestyle wins. There's a lot of consistency. You're doing a great job hitting all the obstacles. But man, oh man, did you ever think coming into week number 3 you'd have 2 wins in freestyle under your belt in the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags?
Oh, definitely not. I've been playing this game for a long time, but I guess where it's helped me is I just try to be that guy that does something different and do that move that nobody else has seen. It does help going towards the end of the draw so I can watch everybody, see what they do, and then I know if I can pull off a move that nobody else has done.
Well, that's what it's all about, Joe Sylvester. We're always looking for the wow moment, aren't we?
Absolutely, man. Just like in real life, you gotta have all the pieces to the puzzle when it comes to freestyle. You gotta fill the clock, you gotta wow the judges, and you gotta wow the fans. And you put all those together, you got a winning run. And it's definitely tough to do. It's tough to do in real life. It's tough to do in a simulation too. Because these trucks are out there, and for me, I drive so much by feel. I know when the truck's going to go over. By the time I know the truck is going to roll over in the sim, it's too late. I've already screwed it up. So
that's all right. Like you said, we're not writing checks here. Preston Perez, it's a good thing we're not writing checks because your boy, he's not going to be wanting you to wreck old Taurus out there. We don't want old Mike Vodders getting crazy. So it's a good thing. This is all virtual. You just have to hit the reset button, and you're doing a great job. What are your thoughts going into tonight? See if you can wrestle up a nice finish in racing. What are your thoughts?
I'm just here to have fun. I mean, if I can get 3 in a row, that'd be awesome. But if I don't, I'm just glad to be a part of this. Appreciate Joe letting me do this. And, it's just something to keep everybody entertained and everybody have something to look forward to every weekend. And that's what I'm here for, to help entertain.
That is Preston Perez, man. I'm loving it, Joey. This is good stuff.
Absolutely, Ken. That's what it's all about. We're just here to entertain people. None of us are taking it too seriously. Yeah, we got some rules here and there, and this is a spin-off of my real-life Outlaw Monster Truck Drag series that I'm starting on the 4th of July this year, hopefully, at the Canfield Fairgrounds. So we don't intend to stop doing the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags once we start to do shows outside again. It's been taken off. We've been getting a lot of views, and hopefully it's keeping people occupied here on Sunday nights. But guess what, Ken? We were talking about how I'm terrible at all this computer stuff. I forgot to hit the live button on YouTube. That awesome intro that you did about all the sponsors that nobody saw it yet. So you're gonna have to run through that again.
Oh, man, that's not a problem, brother. We're all good to go, man. Hey, but listen, we're getting moments away from kicking this thing off. Joe Sylvester in the booth with me. Want to thank our sponsors out here, High Octane Coffee Company. Of course, not your average coffee shop, not your average coffee. We also want to send a big thank you out to Full Throttle Battery, Power Personified, and FK Rod Ends, making components in the USA the right way. A couple more sponsors, Yokohama Tire, the official tire of Bad Habit and the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, Amsoil, because synthetic is the best, and Renegade Products, never ride dirty. Those are our awesome sponsors. Last week's winner, racing, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity out of Grady, North Carolina, and, of course, Freestyle, Preston Perez, and Taurus out of Hagerstown, Maryland. The racing brackets are set. Freestyle order is on the way. We are live from Edmonton and ready to rock and roll here from Castrol Raceway. As you can see, the brackets are now up. You've got some awesome first round. You've got Vincent Acard and Wickard Storm ready to do battle with Pat Piquette and Psychopath. And then Aaron Cromer and Tommy Verlone in high stakes and anger management. Your third race is going to see Ryan Caputo and Ripper going up against Drew Mankind Epler and Snake. That is right. And Preston Perez and Taurus will be taking on Joey Sylvester and Bad Habit. Those are your first 4 races, and then we'll work them through the brackets. Your racing brackets, very good. Now, we've mixed them up a little bit, but, man, we got to find somebody to get in here and press John Zimmer Jr. Now, the freestyle is going to look good too. Joey Sylvester, freestyle, exciting stuff happening.
Absolutely, man. You know, every week it's been a great show. Everybody's been doing a really awesome job. You know, we got a great mixture of sim racers and real world racers and monster trucks. It's pretty much equally balanced out this weekend. We got 6 and 6. Warhawk, he's a sim guy. The Ripper, Ryan Caputo out of New York. Man, he's been building a truck for the past 8 years, and he just got his virtual truck finished up. This is his first weekend out with it. We got Spike, anger management, driven by my boy Aaron Cromer. I've known Aaron for a long time. He's been around the sport for as long as I have, and glad to have him out here with us this weekend in anger management. Wicked Strong, man. He's been put on a heck of a show every single week here on the Outlaw Monster Truck Drag. Psychopath out of Quebec, Canada. He is another real-world driver, and he's been out here learning the ropes right along with me, and he's been kicking it up a notch every single week. So high stakes. I mean, he's been doing an awesome job. He had a killer run last weekend. Snakebite, Mankind, Drew Epler. Drew is actually a crew chief for none other than Bigfoot, the biggest name in the sport. Glad to have Mankind here. He's a great personality. He's a good friend. He's an awesome dude. Avenger out there, always tough. Terminal Velocity, myself and Bad Habit, Preston Perez and Taurus. Preston has been cleaning house and freestyle here. He's also a real-world driver, as you said, drives for Vaughters Motorsports. And glad he's been able
to know that you're a part of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags on a Sunday night. Did we lose our stream, guys? Always stood apart from the big oil companies. They maintain the freedom to formulate products based on performance, not price. And the result is a complete product line of full synthetic lubricants that help you push the limits of vehicle performance, power, and speed. Amsoil. Moments away from getting into this first pairing, it's going to be Vincent Acard and Wickard Storm taking on Pat Paquette and Psychopath. That is the first round race. Also want to send a big thank you out here with the look and feel of a 1950 service garage with a new school twist. High Octane Coffee Company combines the automotive culture with in-house roasted coffee, local ice cream, and provides a fun, upbeat place to hang out with your friends. High Octane Coffee Company, not your average coffee shop. Not Your Average Coffee. Great sponsors that we've got here at the Outlaw Monster Drags. Joey Sylvester, you're familiar with all these guys.
Yeah, man, they're actually all my marketing partners on the Bad Habit truck. High Octane actually is my company. It's stemmed from my passion of motorsports and great coffee from traveling all over the world. Renegade Products is a big partner of ours this year, and it's been really, really awesome to have them guys on board. And really awesome during this time with everything going on in the world. They stepped up their game and just actually launched a full line of hygiene products for home and office with hand sanitizer and surface disinfectants. So you can also get that stuff. So you get everything you need to detail your car and keep yourself clean from Renegade products.
Of course, you can find them at www.renegadeproductusa.com. Once again, Renegade Products with an S, USA.com. And man, they manufacture products to keep the vehicles polished up and riding clean. And they're based out of Southern California. They keep the big rigs shining, the off-road racers and the car enthusiast ride super clean. And now, of course, like Joey Sylvester said, full line of healthcare products to keep your hands clean and safe during the COVID-19 virus. We're trying to do everything we can to make sure that we stay clean here. Joe Sylvester, great brackets coming up here. Psychopath getting ready to take on Wicked Storm. Before we get into this, any thoughts?
Yeah, man, the racing has been awesome every week. It amazes me the skills that so many of these kids have out here. They're just walking all over us. Us real drivers are looking terrible out there. We got to step up our game to keep up with these guys, man. They're so smooth out there on the track. They get these, and these tracks, and really up until earlier today or yesterday, nobody's really even seen them yet. So these guys adapt to it super, super fast, and they're definitely hard to beat.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from this first round here. This is going to be exciting stuff coming to you from Castrol Raceway in Edmonton. And it's beautiful up here, the Great White North. But, man, Canada, our brothers and sisters to the north, and Castrol Raceway, a big, big track here, a driver's track. We've got the J-Hook style racing. So these drivers may not be out there in the real world, but in the virtual world, they're going to have to really dial themselves in and make sure that they have a good feel for the track. I think it's always nice to have a race early, Joe Sylvester. If you get an early race, you can kind of get a feel for the track. And then as you go into the second track, or the second race, excuse me, you might have a little bit of an upper hand, so to speak.
Absolutely, Ken. I think we're going to be ready to kick off this show here and what everybody's got tonight. Hopefully all the fans enjoy it.
All right, moments away, stream with our awesome Outlaw Monster Truck Drags logo. Once that logo goes away, you'll be live in Edmonton, Castrol Raceway. Well, here we go. Moments away.
What's up? I'm Joe Sylvester, driver of the Bad Habit Monster Truck, and this is the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.
The Virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Brought to you by Full Throttle Battery, Amsoil, Renegade Products, FK Rod-Ends, Yokohama Tire, and High Octane Coffee Company.
Welcome, everybody, to the big show here in Edmonton, Canada, Castro Raceway. Ken Nowitzki joined by Joe Sylvester, getting ready for race number 1. Joe Sylvester, it looks like Psycho Pat taking on Wicked Storm in race number 1 as we get ready to kick off the 3rd weekend of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Joe Sylvester, excitement in the air and on the airwaves.
Absolutely, man. It's going to be great to see these guys line up next to each other. Psycho Pat out of Quebec, Canada, real-world monster truck driver versus one of the top sim drivers in Wicked Strong.
So, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to be pulling up here to this line to start the whole thing. J-Hook Tight Turn Racing here at the Castro Raceway. As you can see, the trucks maneuvering into position. One already there, and it looks like Psycho Pat getting up on top of the big riser. We're waiting for green. Psycho Pat in Wicked Storm waiting for green. Green light, Joe Sylvester, smooth start.
Absolutely, man. We got that elevated start, and it comes into a tight J-hook turn. And Vincent's got it dialed in, man. Looks like he's going to cross the finish line first. Here comes Pat. I'm really liking these elevated starts. This is kind of an idea I had to kind of bring to the racing world of monster trucks for my Canfield show. And when I talked to all my guys here for the virtual series, they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I wanted to do it on top of school buses last weekend. I thought it was kind of cool. And then we were like, all right, let's change it up this week and do 2 big jumps that we start on top of. And I'm liking the way it looks, Ken. I'm really liking it.
Great stuff, man. Castro Raceway, big jumps, big air. You have to keep it under control. Wicked Strong will now go through to round number 2 and face off against Kyle Knickerbocker, an Avenger. So as you can work your way through with us on the racing brackets, your next race coming up, Aaron Cromer in Anger Management getting ready to take on old Tommy Veriloni in High Stakes. Another great first-round matchup. Joe Sylvester.
Absolutely, man. Aaron just started with Rigs of Rods. Well, actually, I think he played it years ago, and he just got his stuff fired back up again. And he's like, dude, I really want to come join your series. And I'm like, all right, let's do it, man. Now we got the tables turned, and the scale is more balanced. We've got 6 real-world drivers versus six sim drivers. And it's going to be exciting, man. Aaron's been really excited to come out here and show everybody what he's got. And he's been following the sport, even though he's been out of it as a driver for a few years. He's been following everybody and been in touch with everybody, and he's really, really excited to be here, man.
This is great stuff. As you can see, both the monster trucks making their way up to the starting blocks here, the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. This is race number 2, Anger Management taking on High Stakes. And man, oh man, as you can see, they are getting ready to hit this track with everything they've got. 6 real-world drivers taking on 6 drivers that are virtual drivers. One looking a little bit low there. Who is that, Joe? Is that Anger Management?
Oh, man, he's looking like a lowrider there, man. Either that or he's stuck in the mud. Hey, this is in real life, but it's close, you know. And just like real life, we've got technical difficulties, and hey, it happens. But, you know, we're going to make light of it. We're going to have some fun out here.
I love it. Those definitely, ladies and gentlemen, are not Yokohama tires. Definitely not.
Flat.
Those are definitely not. Nice stuff, man. Well, you know what? We're still going to go racing anyway, Joe. Waiting for green, baby. Waiting for green, Joe.
All right.
You got to love the virtual stuff here. Great green light.
Great start for both of them. High Stakes flying through the air in that Jeep Cherokee.
Huge air. That's great stuff. Tight turn.
Oh, man, they're neck and neck just about. Oh, that was a close one, but I think it's got to go to High Stakes.
So it looks like High Stakes gets through, waiting for the official word, but High Stakes. All right, man. Joe, it's official. High Stakes is your winner. So High Stakes goes through to take on Caden Vile and Warhawk in the next race. So great stuff so far. 2 wins, Wicked Strong, High Stakes, both advance. And now we're getting ready to see Ryan Caputo take on Drew, Mankind, Epler, and Snake. So Ryan in the Ripper. You love this truck, the Ripper, Joe. You were talking about it earlier.
Man, it's really cool to see Ryan. You know, he's out of New York City, and he's been building the Ripper truck for about 8 years now. People ask me all the time, how do you get into monster trucks? So, Ryan Caputo is a perfect example of that. He went out there, he put his time in with some other race teams on a crew, and realized that, he loved this stuff and he wanted to do it for himself. And he's 8 years into his build, and it's about 90% done. He just was calling Richard Midget the other day about a motor. And, man, it's cool to have him out here on our virtual tour and see the virtual Ripper out here. Actually, the same guy that did my Bad Habit truck did Ryan's Ripper truck, and it looks really, really awesome.
So
Scott Stimson, that dude is awesome. He's out of the UK, I believe. And it amazes me how much detail is on my truck that he did for Rigs of Rods here. It's crazy. It's incredible, and he did an awesome job on the Ripper as well.
Castro Raceway, the home here in Edmonton, Canada, of weekend number 3. Big thank yous going out to all of our great sponsors. Full Throttle Batteries. Full Throttle Batteries were designed from the ground up to handle the increasing demand of today's vehicles. Built with high compression cells and a heavy-duty case, they stand strong in the face of shock and vibration. Pure lead cells and thin plate technology deliver reliable power again and again to meet the highest level of demand. Full Throttle Batteries. Now, we've got the Ripper getting ready to take on the Snake, Joey Sylvester. Good stuff. Race number 3. We're moments away. Is this going to be a snake bite here?
I don't know. It's pretty awesome. We got 2 real-world guys going up against each other, both with limited experience on the sim. And it's going to be fun to watch these guys.
We are green. Great start for both trucks. Look at the air, Joe Sylvester.
Definitely flying through the air, but you know what? When you're in the air, you're not making up any time. Looks like Snakebite's got a slight advantage here, and he's going to cross the finish line first.
So my boy Drew, the Mankind Epler, and Snakebite gets a big win. So Snakebite through to the next round. And this is just how we roll here, man. We work our way through the brackets. We've already got 3 races down, and we've set ourselves up for the Elite 8. One more race, and boy, oh boy, when you look at these brackets, Joey Sylvester, we've got the back-to-back racing winner from weeks 1 and 2 waiting for the winner of Preston Perez and Taurus, and, of course, Joey Sylvester and Bad Habit.
That's right. I'm going to dip out here now, guys. Wish me luck.
Go get him, Joey. So Joey Sylvester out of the booth and into the beautiful Ford Classic Throwback. I love his Ford Bad Habit. Preston Perez. Now, this is a cool thing because if Taurus can somehow manage to get a win here, you're going to have back-to-back freestyle winner going up against back-to-back racing winner in the Elite 8. Because, like I said, Terminal Velocity and John Zimmer Jr. is waiting out there in the wings for the winner of Preston and Joey. Now, Joey Sylvester and Bad Habit, not only up here in the booth with me, but he's now down there on the racing track. For more than a century, Yokohama has been a worldwide leader in the development of outstanding tire designs and technology, giving the drivers better control on the road. Since its establishment in 1917, Yokohama have devoted themselves to advancing the leading edge of the tire industry. Yokohama Bad Habit is now staged up on top of the stack, as is Taurus, also riding a little bit low. As you can see, it's a computer glitch, but we're waiting for green, and we're going to see what happens here. Green light. Taurus is out like a rocket ship. My goodness. Preston Perez. Oh, my goodness. Look at Joey Sylvester just cartwheeling. Not a worry in the world. Freestyle before we even get to the show. Unbelievable. Joe Sylvester just hitting these ramps like a rocket ship. Now, the great thing about it is, Taurus, I think we're going to restart. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to restart. All right, so we're going to do a restart here. Joe did not hear the go. So we are waiting for green, a rematch. Freestyle. Man, oh man, that's looking good. Here we go. Taurus against Bad Habit. Bad Habit here on the near lane. Taurus in the far lane, waiting for green. Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you what. To line these two boys back up at the starting line after that last run, that was awesome. Waiting for the green light in race number 4 of round number 1 here in Edmonton. The light is green. Both trucks under control. Taurus noses in. Great turns by both Bad Habit and Taurus. It's all going to come down to this. Joe Sylvester, both tires in. It looks like Bad Habit has actually knocked out Preston Perez. So Bad Habit gets a win, Monster Truck fans, and is in to the next round to take on the back-to-back racing champion from the first 2 weeks, John Zimmer Jr. Not messing around. Boy, I love it when you see this happen. Joe Sylvester will be dunking back in here in a minute. Big win for the high-octane, coffee-powered Bad Habit Ford right there in round number 1. Hope you guys are having a great night with us. Don't forget, follow me at Instagram at Ken Nowitzki. I love to hear from you guys. And when I'm not doing the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, you know you can find me at Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. Once again, at Ken Nowitzki. The Elite 8 is now set. Avenger taking on Wicked Strong. Warhawk taking on High Stakes. Head on over to the other bracket. Spike will be taking on Snakebite and Terminal Velocity, taking on Joe Sylvester and Bad Habit. Joe, great fireworks, Joey, in the first run. you didn't hear it go, but man, that didn't stop you from going all out, having a good time, did it?
You know what the best part is, Ken? Is I hit a reset button and the truck is fixed. Actually, the truck landed right back on its tires, so they didn't even have to hit the reset button. But that run there cost me absolutely $0.
And you know what? The truck looked amazing, even after the cartwheels and everything. Going over that finish line, man, oh man, the truck looked brand new. So we're good, man. Look at this.
Minimal body damage, and these guys are going to put on a show too.
Look at this Avenger.
Oh,
Wicked Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Couldn't make it up, Joey.
The back tires across the finish line. He didn't win the race, but he made a show of it, and that's what it's all about.
He did make it a show. That was great stuff. So as you work your way through, Wicked Strong, boom, 2 wins. Wicked Strong is through to the next round. Joey, this could be one of those cases where we said you get one race underneath your belt, you get a feel for the track, you can kind of dial it in a little bit. The other guy comes in cold.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the track. Just like real life, a lot of these tracks, the trucks handle differently on them. Sometimes the truck slides a lot, and sometimes the truck wants to hike up and roll over on you, which is just like being on tracks in real life. Depending on if it's clay, if it's loose sandy dirt, it changes from track to track, and you could go out there and kind of slide your truck around and get a little bit of practice on these tracks. It gives you a much better feel for it.
Well, I'm loving it so far. Wicked Strong is in. We've got the next 2 trucks. It looks like Warhawk ready to take on High Stakes, Joe.
That's right, guys. It's going to be a good race. A High Stakes Jeep Cherokee, man. I think it looks so cool. It reminds me of Vegas.
Back, yeah, I'll tell you what, man. It's a throwback. We go green. Nice, good, solid start. Both guys, it's going to come down to the turn.
It's an even right now. Coming out of the turn, we'll see what they got. Oh, man, that's a close one. I'll have to see what the officials say. High Stakes by a tire. He must have Yokohamas on that thing, too, to get some traction coming out of the hole shot like that.
And you ain't kidding, man. YokohamaTires.com. Real easy stuff. YokohamaTire.com. Check it out. It's what's getting these guys around the track sticking to the ground, Joey, like glue. Great stuff.
Man, sometimes I wish the truck worked in real life. It was as good as they do on the game here on the sim.
It looks good, though.
My back doesn't hurt after this either.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Joey, you're still a whippersnapper. Wait till you get to be an old man.
Oh, man.
You guys are like, why does Kenny keep complaining about having to watch it all on his phone? Because Kenny's 49 years old. That's why Kenny's complaining about looking at his phone. That's why. All right, so we're
Kenny
looking good.
Kenny had to go get a cell phone just for this because the only thing he has is a rotary phone in his house with a cord.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the extended cord didn't work. You know, I thought maybe I'd just drag it in my bedroom with the cord under the door. None of these guys know what the hell I'm talking about. That's what I love about it. They're like, what are you talking about?
I go, rotary phone, a cord? You mean phones used to have cords on them?
Man, and you used to have to like ride that rotary if you were really mad. You wanted to hurry. You used to have to like push it forward and then ride it back.
There was no speed dialing.
No, there was no speed dialing at all. So we got Wicked Strong ready to take on High Stakes in the Final Four. Now we got to go over to the other side of the bracket. We got Chucky Pawkin, CP3 in Aftermath, going to be taking on Snakebite here, Joey. This is good too, man. The brackets are working.
Actually, he's in Spike, man. But yeah, dude, it's cool to see Chucky Pawkin out here. Son of the legend.
Oh, here we go. Good deal.
So
Spike is out here. Brian Stegall and Spike.
He's been practicing a lot, and he's even been practicing on a four-wheeler at home, his two-wheel skills for when he gets in a real monster truck. It's pretty awesome. Again, a close race
turns. Here. Spike looking good. Joe Sylvester, Brian, and Spike. Brian Stegall and Spike through to the Final Four with a flawless run, man. I'll tell you, not having one race under the belt did not hurt Brian and Spike at all.
No, not at all. And it looks like it's going to be my shot here again at the second round.
Hop out of here. Get back in here, a winner, boy. Go get him. So Spike is through. And look at this. My boy Joey Sylvester in Bad Habit getting ready to do battle with John Zimmer Jr. Man, I got news for you. I wouldn't want to be racing in this race right now. Terminal Velocity's been on rails. Little Zimmy Jr. has just been dialed in. He's, I don't know whether he's channeling his old man or what, but he's been on fire. So this is going to be a great race here. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, taking on Joey Sylvester out of Campfield, Ohio, in Bad Habit, to figure out who the last truck in the Final Four is going to be here on a Sunday night from Castrol Raceway in Edmonton. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday night. Trucks are coming to the starting line right now. As you can see, that big, beautiful Ford, high-octane coffee-powered Bad Habit, sitting on all four of those Yokohama tires, waiting for his competition to come out, and here comes, I don't want to say legend yet, but John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity, all business, all the time. Getting staged up on top of the stacks here, looking good, waiting for the green. I hope you guys are having a great night here as we work our way towards the Final Four. Green light has been hit. Great start from both trucks. A little bit longer jump into the turn early. Look at that. Zimmer just rocking and making it look so easy. Now, the one thing about this, and I'm sure Joe Sylvester is going to say as soon as he gets back in the booth here with me, Joey Sylvester and Bad Habit did not run a bad race. But at the end, it looked like John Zimmer Jr. just destroyed him, when in reality, it was neck and neck all the way to the turn. So whether it's horsepower or just unfamiliarity with the track, I don't know. But when Joe Sylvester hops back in here, we're going to find out, because to think that race ended that way when it was so close going into the turn, very hard to believe.
And he is fast in them turns, man. I thought I had a turn. I thought I had a heater going on there, and he smoked me.
Well, and that's what I just said. I said you both had a great start. You were neck and neck. You had a decent turn, Joey. It wasn't like you had a horrible turn. You didn't make any mistakes. You just got beat by somebody that just is on rails. I mean, John Zimmer Jr. just has it dialed in.
Zimmer is smooth, man. Just like his old man. His old man drives the same way. He's super smooth. And he's, I always looked at John Zimmer as one of the guys in the sport that was really an innovator of a lot of different driving styles. And I think we're off to another good start here with Wicked Strong. And I can't remember. High stakes.
Man, that was close. Final Four, Wicked Strong, High Stakes. Waiting on the official word, Joey Sylvester. It doesn't get any closer than that. That was awesome.
We're having some close races here tonight, man. This is great. I'm hoping the fans are enjoying it. Wicked Strong.
So the call is in. Woo! Wicked Strong. Outstanding stuff. So Wicked Strong is through to the next round. And, man, I don't know. I wouldn't want to have to race Terminal Velocity, but Spike had a pretty good run in the beginning too, Joe Sylvester. I think this is going to be a really, really solid run here.
All these guys are on it tonight, man. They're all really fast and smooth, and who comes out the winner at the end of racing here.
So terminal velocity, John Zimmer Jr. So close, as you can see. Man, oh man. I'm looking right at this thing. It is so close, Joe Sylvester. Look at that.
Yeah, that is close, man. About a tire.
Goodness gracious. Well, Wicked Strong is through. Man, I love that. That work on the camera is awesome stuff there. Good job by the production team here. Spike getting ready to take on terminal velocity. Joe, any thoughts?
And these guys are both tough, and every single week here they've been finding themselves at the top of the brackets, and it's any man's game here tonight. It's a new track, and just hope that everybody's having fun. That's what matters to me. I'm hoping everybody's staying nice and relaxed at home on this Sunday night and watching us play around with monster trucks.
This is great stuff. So we are getting ready to stage terminal velocity and, of course, Spike. So terminal velocity, John Zimmer Jr., back-to-back winner, weeks 1 and 2, trying to stay in the hot seat for yet another racing championship. And so far, he's got it dialed in. Joe Sylvester, you just got through racing him down to the wire at the turn, but boy, once that turn was made, not much left. He just left it all out there.
I mean, he's definitely got some experience behind the wheel on rigs of rods here on this simulator, and it definitely shows every time he's on the track, whether it's racing or freestyle. He's extremely smooth.
So, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are having a good time. Don't forget, let all your friends know about this. This is where we hang out on Sundays and have a good time with the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and it's a great time, man. We hope you guys are just kicking back, like Joe said, and having a good time as we wait for green to find out who's going to the championship to take on Wicked Strong.
Another great start here, Ken. They're neck and neck off the line going into the turn. Man, look at Zimmer just flinging that thing around, but Spike is hot on his heels. Oh, Spike got him. Spike got him. How about that, Ken?
I gotta wait to hear the official word. That was awesome. That race right there was the epitome of what we look for here at Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Joey, it was exciting. The virtual sense, it doesn't matter. That was just great stuff.
Hey, racing's racing, man. Whether it's out in the real world, it's here on a simulator. You still got a steering wheel. You still got a gas pedal. We're gonna race, and we're not taking ourselves too seriously, but we still want to beat the guy next to us.
My goodness gracious! So Spike won. They said it wasn't even necessary to go to the picture. It was definitely bona fide enough. I got to be honest. I'm a little bit surprised right now, Joe Sylvester, because that was a flawless run by terminal velocity, and Spike just got on that straightaway and just took away everything that he had lost.
Oh, they were both on rails there, man. It was a flawless run by both trucks, and it came down to a drag race to the finish.
So, my goodness gracious, that was amazing. I want to thank our friends at FK Rod Ends, making components in the USA the right way. The championship, Wicked Strong versus Spike, lined up, waiting for the green. Joe Sylvester, this should be a good one.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
As soon as that light goes green, we're going to have a moment, and we're going to see it. Here we go. Big air off of both these monster trucks heading into the final first turn. What do we got here? Look at this. A great run. Joe Sylvester. That is Wicked Strong, Joe Sylvester.
And that was a great run.
Big air off of both these monster trucks heading into the final first turn. Look at the replay, Joe Sylvester. It came down to the turn. A moment going into the turn. And we're going to see it. Here we go. Looks like Spike might be right there. Both these monster trucks heading into the final first turn. And what do we got here? Look at this from Wicked Strong. A great run, boy, Vincent Acard. Well done.
Great run, Vincent, man. That was smooth. I'm glad to see him get a win out here in the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. He's done a lot of work behind the scenes on this tour to make this all happen, and I'm glad to see him pull out a win here tonight.
So Vincent is now with us. Wicked Strong is in the winner circle. Vince, a couple of questions. Joey Sylvester's waiting in the wings, but I got to know what's going through your mind when you're going up against somebody that just knocked off a back-to-back racing champion in John Zimmer Jr. What were you thinking lining up to take on Spike?
Man, before the event started, I talked to all the guys in this event.
There goes some technical difficulties again. Vince, you with us?
He's there. He's in there.
I told the guys, I was like, John Zimmer, he's got a target on his back.
I see him miking up, but I'm not hearing anything.
We're going to take him out here, and we sure did. Bryant did a great job, and we gave the fans a new final round, and that's all that matters to me. I didn't care if I lost to Bryant, but we got a new winner, and that's all that matters.
It does matter, man, because now you've got your name in the history books here at Outlaw Monster Truck Drags as a racing winner, and you knocked off a superstar in Spike that knocked out our back-to-back champion. Congratulations. What are your thoughts as we get ready to go into freestyle now?
I just want to say shout out to Bryant. He's a great driver. We had some communication issues with lanes and all that, but it's all good. We put on a show. There was a lot of close races in this event. Shout out to Tommy. We had a great race, but, in the final turn, I gained the momentum and got it. But going on the freestyle, this is a big track, a lot of room to maneuver, and we're going to go balls to the wall and give these fans a show.
Balls to the wall, indeed. I love it, Vincent. Congratulations. Go get ready for freestyle. Joey Sylvester, if you're still in here with me, great stuff in the racing. We've got a brand new champion in week number 3, but now we got to get ready for freestyle.
That's right, Kenny. I'm still here for some reason. I couldn't hear Vincent for some reason, but I'm glad you got to do an interview with him here. Like I said, he definitely deserves to get a win out here on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. He puts in a ton of work behind the scenes, from graphic design stuff and everything, to help keep this thing going, keeping people entertained here on Sunday night. Now it's time for freestyle.
It is time for freestyle. I'm excited. We're going to kick it all off with Warhawk and Caden Vile there. It's going to be good stuff. Caden didn't have luck in racing, but he also gets a chance to come out here and set the bar for freestyle on this big track, Joe. We talk about it all the time. We want to fill the clock because that's a guaranteed 10 points if you can fill the clock.
That's right, man. That's easy. It sounds like it would be an easy 10 points, but sometimes it's not. You get out there, you take a bad bounce. These trucks will tip over quick as you could blink, man. It's definitely been a challenge for me to get used to driving these things on the sim, because I try to go out there and go nuts like I do in my normal truck, and the truck just takes a crazy bounce in the sim and it's all over with.
So we're moments away from freestyle here, and man, oh man, we're talking about excitement. You've got to love it. Renegade Products. We manufacture the products to keep vehicles polished up and riding clean. Based out of Southern California. They keep the big rig shining, the off-road racers, and the car enthusiast rides spotless and clean, and they're cared for to go out on your next adventure looking solid. And, of course, you got to love Renegade Products. Joey Sylvester, you were talking about it a little bit earlier. When all of this COVID nonsense started up, they said, you know what, we're going to shut down production on our other stuff, and we're going to start making hand sanitizers and cleaning products for everybody.
That's right, man. They came out with a whole line of disinfectant products, from hand sanitizer to surface disinfectant sprays, to keep everybody healthy and safe during these times, and make sure we all get through this together so we get back to the monster trucking and doing some big truck shows for those guys. We've done a lot of cool stuff up to this point with them, and had a lot of things. Not too much stuff got canceled just yet, and we're hoping that the rest of the summer we could get back to normal pretty soon. And a lot of big shows we're doing for Renegade. Daytona Truck Meet, we're going to be down there. Truck show in Nashville called Music City Showdown. Atlantic City Truck Meet. A lot of big-time truck shows that we're hitting up, and we're bringing the Bad Habit out to do a little freestyle exhibition and bring the whole 18-wheeler stacked up with Renegade products to show off to everybody. And they're a really cool company. They're an enthusiast-driven company. They love hot rods. They love cars. They love big semis. They do a lot of big truck shows, and it's really cool to represent them guys.
So Renegade Products, you can learn more about Renegade Products at Renegade Products with an S, USA.com. Once again, www.renegadeproductsusa.com. Never ride dirty. And first-class company. My first run-ins with Renegade came at Monster Truck Throwdown, and I see how they take care of Elliot and all his good folks out there. So, man, good stuff. Grassroots monster truck. They love it. Enthusiasts, Renegade Products. Moments away from Freestyle Joey. There's a big track out here. We've got a lot of room to make some wow moments and to also make some ouch moments. What are your thoughts going into freestyle on this big old track?
Well, there's definitely going to be a little of both of those moments, Ken. You know, I got Warhawk kicking things off here. Hopefully, could fill the clock and get a solid run for everybody watching at home. And it's a much bigger track than we had to deal with last week. You had much higher speed, some bigger air, nice backflip ramp, a nice variety, and it's nice and spread out, so you have some room to kind of gather it up if you take a bad bounce or you get into a crazy save. We don't get too crazy with the rules here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Your truck flips over and you can save it. We keep you going. We don't want to kill anybody. We don't want to shut anybody's trucks off because they rolled over and they saved it. We want the fans to enjoy what they're watching here.
Absolutely. And remember, full throttle batteries fit the widest variety of vehicles, needs, and applications. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, marine, power sports, emergency responders, and of course semi-trucks. From professional racing to serious vehicle enthusiasts, full throttle is the battery of choice. Tough, reliable, and they are built to last. Trying to get everything locked and loaded here for freestyle here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Remember, next Sunday, we're going to get right back after it. 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Get yourself ready for weekend number 4. But we still got some running to do here in the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags on this Sunday night for weekend number 3. Cool things happen, and if you're just joining us, we have a brand new racing winner. And it was kind of an upset, but Terminal Velocity got it done, stealing the racing win from Spike. We're ready for freestyle. Joey Sylvester, who's up first?
Aiden Val and Warhawk. He always comes out with a bang. You know, he likes to go big right off the bat. Sometimes it works out for him. Sometimes it doesn't. I always say, you like to come out with a bang. You go big right off the bat, and you're either the hero or the GOAT.
So hero or GOAT, that is the question. Great crowd here at Castrol Raceway in Edmonton, Canada. Let's see what we've got in store from Warhawk. As soon as he hits his first obstacle, the clock will start. 90-second clock, not 2 minutes. We're looking for 90 seconds. And Joey, he's backing up to the wall.
Oh, he's going big right off the bat like we were talking about. It's landing there right into a slap wheelie right off the bat.
Solid start, great run, and that truck just absorbed everything and just sucked it all up. I don't know, sometimes that might make it look like it wasn't such an impressive move, but you and I both know that was huge air.
Oh, right into a stoppie off that. That's a great move. And that's some experience right there. I could never do that. He's got some time here, man. That was a heck of a move. And it's really hard. What's so hard about the sim stuff is you don't have that sensation of speed, the way the truck is moving. So I end up getting myself into trouble more often than not because I'm actually going way faster than I think I'm going. And the truck launches straight up in the air and crashes. Hey, it's all in good fun tonight.
Man, Warhawk is coming out, and he's tactically attacking this track like a professor, cross-treading, sliding donuts, stoppies. Great stuff. Slap wheelies. So far, we're checking a lot of boxes, Joey.
Tell you what, Ken, this is a great run. He's working the course from one end to the other. Now into a backflip. Let's see if he could stick it. He sure can. Not only is he sticking it, but he's bouncing it right back into a moonwalk. And that's some advanced driving right there. He's got 15 seconds left on the clock. He's hit just about everything else that's out there. And now, as I say, he's playing on house money. He landed a backflip. It's time to get crazy.
High stakes, house money. Look at this one here. Opening up with Warhawk. Everything has been met. The time is filled. Look at this. Ride rails just for fun.
That's right. That's how you end a run right there. And I'll tell you what, Ken, I hope to see some good scores from the judges because that was a solid run.
So freestyle is kicked off with a bang, and Warhawk looked amazing. Great stuff from Caden. When you look at the tactical aspect of this, Joe, I think he did a great job. 32 for Warhawk. I think that's a well-deserved score, Joey Sylvester.
Absolutely. That's a great score. He worked the track from end to end. He hit just about everything that was out there. He had some technical moves. He had some big air. He had donuts. He had some crazy saves. Definitely deserving of a 32. And I'll tell you what, that's a way to kick off a night of freestyle right there. There's 12 trucks out here. And, man, when you got to follow up a guy like that right off the bat, man, everybody's sitting in their seat just sweating right now saying, man, how am I going to top that?
Las Vegas, Nevada's very own Caden Vile with a great run in Warhawk. Your next truck, Ryan Caputo. And you love this truck, Joey Sylvester. This looks like the Ripper truck right here.
That's it, man. That's the Ripper. Like I said, I've been talking Ryan up. He's been building a truck for 8 years in his barn behind his house. It's about 90% done, and it's really cool to see Scott Stimson, that also did the Bad Habit Relapse here on the simulator, just finished up this awesome piece of the Ripper for Ryan Caputo out in New York. Look at that truck. It's even down to the gator net on the tailgate, which Ryan actually has in real life too. It's pretty awesome.
It is good stuff, all shined up with those Renegade products, ready to take to the track. The clock has started.
Oh,
Jams
nice.
in there.
Nice.
I love it.
A little bit. There we go. That's a way to kick it off.
Man. Woo!
Oh, yeah. Getting a little loose out there.
I love it. Big air off the thing. Look at this. He's just going crazy. Oh, no! Did he save it? Yes!
Oh, he got it. There you go, Ryan.
He saves it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. This is ridiculous.
Oh, he's not going to bring it back from that one. That one there would have cost him a couple 4-link bars and shocks and a drive shaft right there. But you know what? I guarantee you the crowd is on their feet after that run.
Dude, that was crazy. What a run for Ryan Caputo, the number 2 truck. Man, I'll tell you what, he came out here and drove this like he had no stakes involved in this at all, and they just said, drive that thing until it catches on fire.
If I'm not correct, I don't think Ryan has pedals in his steering wheel either. I think he's doing this on a laptop and his keyboard right now, so hats off to him.
I love it. Like kind of like using the Force when you think about it. That's the way it is. 13! Man.
He didn't fill the clock. It's tough. He had some great moves there, man. He was building up to be a great run. But like we said, man, you got to fill the clock. You got to use the entire track if you're going to get a high score out there. But it is first time out here on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. First time ever, really, on a simulator. I think he did a great job.
Man, that was awesome. I know he didn't fill the clock. I know that he didn't do any technical moves. But you know what, man? As far as just wow moments go, we got about 15 to 25 seconds of one wow moment after the next. 13, man, he deserved more than that. But you know what? We're going to move on to the next truck, Joey.
Bryant Stegall and Spike. Man, that's a really cool looking truck. This team Scream, Kohler's team, Corey Rummel, them guys run hard. And that's exactly what Bryant does here for them, representing on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.
So Mr. Stegall is ready to go, taking a look at this track here in Edmonton at Castro Raceway. He's looking at that one big jump right off the bat, Joe.
Yeah, the big kicker right off the back of the backflip ramp.
Man, that truck just, did you see that, Joe? The truck just absorbed that like it was nothing. Not even a thought about it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's part of the guy that designs the truck on, whoever you had design your truck and build it in the sim, they actually tune the suspension and the steering and everything just like as if you were in a real life truck. So you'll notice a lot of these trucks, they don't all work exactly the same. They all have their own characteristics to them. What a great bicycle move, walking it from one end of the track to the other. That's awesome.
That was great stuff. Technical points going up, up, up for Spike. Hitting all these obstacles. Great stuff so far. Looking for a couple of wow moments, but right now he's still got a little bit of time on this clock. He's got to keep it technical.
Yeah, he's definitely, it seems like he's been kind of playing it safe, not taking too many crazy chances. Oh, we got a save there. That'll score.
Nice.
Well.
Great wow moment. I love it. Wow moment. Cross-treading.
Nice. Shuts her down before he gets into the wall. Has to break his momentum up a little bit. That's kind of difficult as a driver when you're on a good tear and you head towards the wall and you got to break your momentum. He works it right into a backflip and bounces it up into a moonwalk.
This is good stuff so far. I would say is he on house money, Joe? Is he on house money now?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can land a backflip and stick it, it's time to get a little wild.
We are close. 3 seconds left on the clock. 2-1, and it looked like a great run from Spike. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't see quite as many wow moments, but a solid run nonetheless for Spike and Brian Stiegel.
Absolutely, very solid run. You know, he didn't quite feel the clock. He came up a few seconds short there at the end, kind of fell off the side of the bus stacks, but all in all, a solid run for Brian Stiegel and Spike.
So we're waiting for Stiegel's scores to come in. The Ripper with that 13. Spike jumps him and gets a 28. Not enough for the lead, but that number 2 spot. Very good stuff from Spike. 28, that seems like a good score for Spike. So I would say right now all of the Monster Truck virtual gods are happy as we get ready for truck number 4.
The virtual gods, yeah.
That's right. The virtual gods, baby. So, Warhawk, Spike, the Ripper, all done. Now we're waiting for truck number 4, Anger Management. If I'm not mistaken, looks like it will be the next truck coming out, Joe.
That's right, Anger Management, driven by Aaron Cromer out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. A buddy of mine for a long time, and when he saw us doing this, he's like, hey, man, I want to get on the action of the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. He's been out of the driver's seat for a few years, and he's making a comeback here in the virtual simulation world.
Anger Management, Aaron Cromer getting ready to take to the track here at Castrol Raceway in Edmonton. As soon as he hits that first obstacle, Joe, we're going to start that clock.
90-second clock starts right now. As soon as Anger Management hits his first jump, just dives a little bit there, gathers it back up, comes over the van stack nice and solid. What he's got here, Aaron Cromer and Anger Management. Nice big air to the downside of the bus stack.
Hitting the obstacle square, looking good. Nothing too spectacular just yet, but you got to ease into it, don't you, Joe?
Absolutely right. If you're going to fill the clock, you can't get too crazy right off the bat. While we don't have to worry about parts breakage here on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, you do have to worry about crashing just like that. The trucks will go over. You can't save it. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
On its side. He's done. Tore the body all up. He's done for the night. But you know what? Having a good time. It's cool to see him out here. I've known him since I first got into the business, and he's been a big supporter of me and Bad Habit. And he's gotten to do quite a bit of driving on his own with the Anger Management team. It's cool to see him back out here and see him back in action, at least in the virtual sense.
The virtual sense, yes. Now, Aaron Cromer waiting for his score in Anger Management. So we've got 4 trucks in the books. Joe Sylvester, what are your thoughts so far in freestyle? It's been pretty good to me, but that first truck just set the bar so high.
He's definitely set the bar high in Warhawk. You know, I mean, it's definitely difficult to follow up a run like that. And they're just telling us now Anger Management finished just above the Ripper, even though he got the same score. He actually filled up more time on the clock, so he's going to finish in third. Well, as right now he's in third place over the Ripper and fourth because he did fill a little bit more time on the clock.
Wicked Strong getting ready to come out here and see exactly what he can do on this freestyle track. Wicked Strong, Joe Sylvester, our racing winner.
That's right. I mean, he's got to be amped up after that racing win. Now, he always lays down some solid freestyle, so let's see what he's got here tonight.
Wicked Strong, here we go.
Big air right off the bat. Oh, man, the truck just ate that right up.
It really did. You were talking about it. This is good stuff. Know your truck, because if you don't know it, you can end up turtled fast. Look at how aggressive he's getting after this.
That's confidence right there to go to a backflip on your second hit. This definitely speaks confidence in your driving ability and your truck.
Need a couple of wow moments? Well, we've got them for you. Big slap wheelie walking it all the way across the track here at Castrol Raceway. Joe, so far, a lot of boxes being checked. Look at the cross-tread action.
Oh, and man, I didn't think he was going to bring it back on that one. That's a tough corner right there with the embankment of the dirt track around the outside when you start getting it up on 2 wheels. He's making this truck dance out there right now. Vincent Acard, Wicked Strong.
Oh, my goodness! Look at this! All right, this is ridiculous. This is
That's the fastest
officially
stop
ridiculous.
I've ever seen. I gotta follow up these guys.
I know. Man, oh man, look at this. Uh-oh. The reverse. Can he do it, Joe?
Oh man, trying to save it. Oh, a couple crazy bounces there, and
Oh my gosh!
yeah, he was going
14
for broke, man.
seconds!
He was going for
14
broke.
seconds, Joe! So close! Holy mackerel! That was awesome!
He was definitely not caring about rolling over early. He was going out there with one intention, and that was to put on.
Oh my goodness, that was amazing stuff from Wicked Strong, and we've got a new leader, Joe Sylvester.
Wow, yeah, the judges gave him a 34, puts him into the lead here in freestyle.
So even though he didn't fill the clock, he had so many wow moments so close together that he gets the lead. That's great stuff from Wicked Straw.
Absolutely, Ken, absolutely.
Oh, man. 5 trucks in, and I think it's safe to say that everybody that goes out here and takes the lead is going to have to work hard and earn it. You're going to have to get a run just like that, but add 13 seconds to it, Joe, to take the win.
Absolutely, Ken. It's really surprising, because he got enough points, even without that full 10 points for filling the clock. The judges felt that he had just enough to edge out Warhawk based on all the other criteria of the judging. He had some wow moments. He had some big air. He had a crazy backflip, and that nose wheelie, man, I've never seen one go that fast. And it was on a motorcycle. That was pretty impressive.
That was awesome, guys. Don't forget, High Octane Coffee Company also features a wide selection of prepackaged baked goods, ice cream, old-fashioned milkshakes, breakfast sandwiches, and wraps. A selection of appropriately designed merchandise completes the experience at High Octane Coffee Company. Not your average coffee shop, and it's definitely not your average coffee. High Octane Coffee Company, one of the proud sponsors here of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, and Joe Sylvester knows a little bit about it.
It's not going to be your average coffee, Ken, because I'm the guy that roasts it. There's no other place in the world where you can go get coffee roasted by a monster truck driver. High Octane Coffee.
I'm loving it.
And, you know what? I've been working on the monster truck at night and out in the race shop. I've actually been in High Octane Coffee every single day. Me and my girlfriend holding down the fort there. And we've been still serving it up through the drive-thru every day for people still out there working and around town here in Ohio.
And for all you young entrepreneurs out there, franchises are available. So call Joe Sylvester. It looks like Psycho Pat's out there, Joe.
Pat Paquette out of Quebec, Canada. Off to a crazy start into a side slap. Oh, save it, Pat. Oh, no. Oh, that's not what he was looking for. I guarantee you that. When you take off these jumps and you're a little bit crooked, crazy stuff happens on this simulator, man. You land, and sometimes there's just no saving it.
No saving it. That is correct, Pat Paquette. And the Psycho Pat, I love the truck. Beautiful graphic art on the side, but can't save him from an incredibly early rollover. 5 points is a total for Psycho Pat. Not what he was looking for, Joe, but you know what? It's like you said, sometimes you get the bear, sometimes the bear gets you, just like that.
That's right, man. You want to go out there and put on a good show, and it's difficult, especially when you got a solid lineup of guys that have been working the track so well. You're like, man, what can I do to go out there that hasn't been done already? So it's definitely challenging. And Pat Paquette, it's really cool to have him out here with us. I got to do a show with him in Augusta, Georgia for Monster X Tour earlier this year and got to see real life Psycho Pat truck, and it is every bit as impressive in real life as it is in the simulator. It's a really cool looking truck, and that wheels the heck out of it too.
High Stakes is your next monster truck, and great looking truck. I think this is the Jeep. Is it the Jeep Grand Cherokee, I think, isn't it?
It is the Jeep Cherokee, Tommy Verlone.
Oh my goodness. So we've got ourselves halfway through here. Let's see what High Stakes has. Big Air starting off the clock.
Oh, that's a hard side slap there.
Sucked it up though, Joe. Sucked it up like it was
sure
nothing.
Did. It sure did. I could tell you a hit like that in real life knocked your teeth loose.
So great stuff so far. Way to set the league, doubled up on the jump there. The truck, the Cherokee is taking it all in. Nice big air right there on the far side stack. This is looking good so far.
Very solid run filled with big air coming across the backside of the backflip ramp. Tommy Veriloni letting her eat out there. Oh,
nice. Man. Look at this.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow moment times 2. Wow moment. Wow moment.
Absolutely, Ken. Got 40 seconds left on the clock. He's checking off the boxes, as you said. Now he's putting it into a stoppie. Impressive, Ken. Look at that balance
that.
out there.
Moonwalk time. Look at this. Good
I'm here to
stuff.
tell you, just because this is a simulator does not make that very easy to do. You still have to figure out what it takes to make these trucks do that. You know, I still haven't quite figured it out myself. You know, I had to put it up on the front tires, and by the time I realized I got it up too far, it's on its roof.
So we're into the final 10 seconds. Let's see if we can get a couple more wow moments. That was great stuff so far from High Stakes. Coming from the outside inside. Oh. Nice finish. Joe Sylvester. Did he do enough to get the lead?
Solid run filled with big air coming across the backside of the backflip filled the clock. You know, he had some great maneuvers all across the track.
Nice! Look at this!
Plenty of big air. We'll see what the judges
times
think.
2. Man, I'll tell you what, Joe, every week the production gets better and better. These guys that are behind the scenes, they deserve an awful lot of credit because we got replays this week. And if you guys can hear the production, whether I was standing in Jacksonville in front of 70,000 people or at Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live, the production here and the crew are in my ear. It's just like the real deal.
Ken, I mean, it's really impressive what these guys are doing. I have no idea how they do it, but they pull it off so seamlessly. And really make it look like you're watching a show here. They do a great job, and I could definitely see these guys having a career in the monster truck industry from the production standpoint for sure, because they do an amazing job with this stuff.
31 is the score for High Stakes. A great score, but not good enough to take the lead. Drew Mankind Epler ready to come out in the snake bite. Joey Sylvester, legendary truck, lots of history here out of Camp Bigfoot with Snakebite.
Absolutely. He's got a new paint job on Snakebite this weekend. Mankind, Drew Epler. And if you don't know Mankind, you ain't been around the sport very long. He's been in the sport for a long time. He's a crew chief for the iconic Bigfoot team. And it's always a pleasure to run with those guys out on the road and see Mankind. And I'm really stoked to have him here on the Virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Just a fun-loving guy and really knows his stuff when it comes to monster trucks.
He does. He's off to a great start here. Nice big air from Snakebite on the far side of the Castrol Raceway in Edmonton. Welcome, everybody, on a Sunday night. We are halfway through freestyle. This is Snakebite.
Going out there, making sure he's not going to be another one of the guys that rolls over early. You know, we're about halfway through the running order. And if you could at least fill the clock, you're gonna be up on the scores pretty high. You're going to beat out half the guys that rolled over early. So if you could at least fill the clock, you're a step up on the competition. We haven't seen anybody hit that jump from that angle yet. That's awesome.
Cross there. Up on the 2 tires. Good stuff, technical stuff. You're in the final 30 seconds, Joe. Now is when you're going to start to see a little bit of that apprehension go out the window because you got to go for the win.
And now's about the time when you got to step it up just a little bit. You got to start taking a little bit more chances and give the fans their money's worth.
That's right. Big money, baby. All that money. Snakebite heading over to the backflip ramp. What do we got? Nice.
Oh, no.
Save it. Oh. Save it.
Almost. Oh, Mankind with a few seconds left on the clock. Doesn't quite nail the backflip.
Not a bad run. Not a bad run at all.
Not a bad run at all. He's been getting better every week. He hasn't been at this simulation game for very long either, you know, but every week he's been stepping up his game and getting a little bit more comfortable.
He's such a cool dude. I get to see him on the Hot Wheels tour a lot, and he's a very dependable guy, and he's a fun guy, so I love seeing him out here doing what he loves to do. And Drew Mankind Epler and Snakebite waiting for his score. Probably won't take the top spot, but a 29, Joe Sylvester. Not a bad score at all.
Not a bad score at all. You know, like I said, he came close to filling the clock, and that's worth a lot of points. Really cool to see that truck out here, too. The Snakebite is such an iconic truck in the sport of monster trucks. It's really cool to see it out here in the virtual world.
It is indeed. I love it. It looks good. And Psycho Pat down there at the bottom, but that just was a fluke of nature. The Ripper right above him, and then anger management. Look at old Kyle Knickerbocker. Gotta love it, Avenger.
Tearing a page out of the team screen playbook with his headshot there, with his throwing up the horns. And I'll tell you what, this kid knows how to get around the track on the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. We're about to see a show here.
I'm loving it. Woo! Look at this, announcing his authoritative presence. I love it.
Absolutely, Ken.
So the score to beat is a 34 from Wicked Strong. As you can see, our producers have not left anything out. Joe Sylvester, cross tread, big air, hitting things at different angles. Nobody else has done this so far. He's just got to hold it together and give us those wow moments.
Ken, like I said, you know, you have so many trucks out there and so many different obstacles that guys have hit already. It's hard to sit back and kind of think about a run and think about what hasn't been done yet. And he's definitely doing exactly that. A lot of cross threads, big air, definitely typical Jim Kohler and Avenger style. Looks just like Jim's out there driving, doesn't it?
It really, truly does, man. No holding back. Pure vengeance from Avenger, hitting all these obstacles wide open, Joe.
And that truck just eating it up, too. Look at that thing. 57 Chevy Bel Air, green headlights. It's awesome.
It is awesome. And it's iconic when you talk about monster trucks in this industry. This virtual world being lit on fire by Avenger right now. 20 seconds left in the run for Knickerbocker.
I was ripping it up out there. You got about 10 seconds left on the clock. He's about to do something wild. Just watch. Oh, a corkscrew backflip.
Oh! Ah!
Doesn't quite make it. Hey, you never know until you try. If he had landed that, that'd have been quite impressive.
That would have been very impressive. It would have filled the clock
you got
with
about
an
10 seconds
ultimate
left
wow
on the
moment,
clock.
the first
He's about
of
to
its
do something wild.
kind.
Just watch.
But as you can see, the replay couldn't quite pull it off. The destruction was already in the bank for Avenger, but a solid run, Joe Sylvester.
I was ripping it up out there. You got about 10 seconds left on the clock. He's about to do something
wild. Wait for the score, Avenger.
Oh, a corkscrew back. 35, our new leader.
Avenger. 35 wide open in the 57 Chevrolet. Great stuff from Team Scream. That's awesome stuff, Joe Sylvester. Check the boxes. Got a new leader.
That was a solid run, man. Solid run.
Terminal velocity is on deck, and bad habits in the hole. I'm going to have to say goodbye to Joe Sylvester in a little while here. But man, oh man, Avenger, your new leader. Terminal velocity, your next truck.
Ken, I have no idea what I'm going to do out there. These guys have already shredded the track and hit every single thing out there. I'm just going to see if I could keep it together for 90 seconds.
That's exactly what you're going to have to do. Man, for more than a century, Yokohama has been the world leader in the development of outstanding tire designs and technology, giving drivers better control on the road. Since its establishment in 1917, they have devoted themselves to advancing the leading edge of the tire industry. Yokohama. John Zimmer Jr. is next, Joe Sylvester.
For a smooth, impressive run out of John Zimmer Jr., whether it's racing or freestyle, he comes out here and he shows you that he's got some seat time on this sim. He's going out there, and he's been putting on a great run every single night here on our Sunday night virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.
Coming out from the crowd.
Body.
Look at that.
Donuts across the front stretch. That's awesome.
That is. So we are 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining, and here we go. Look at the big air, the horsepower out of the terminal velocity truck, just going all out. Looking good. Good air so far. Joe Sylvester, this is a good solid run. Go to the backflip right off the bat.
30 seconds into the run. Perfect backflip.
It looks amazing. Good stuff here from Terminal Velocity. Oh, my goodness.
He didn't just save it. He saved it with some style right there. Stood it up on the left front tire, put on the brakes just enough to get that truck to stand up. He knew it was coming back.
Well, you know your equipment. That's the number one thing. You've got to know what your equipment can do and what it can handle, and it looks like John Zimmer Jr.'s got that figured out.
Oh, into a slight stoppy there. I was threading over the racing lane there.
This is good stuff. Riding the bike, man. Look at this.
Oh, 13 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Taking some chances out there, man. Taking some chances. Riding the lightning.
He was definitely riding the lightning. He was charged up. Left about 12 seconds on the clock. Great run from our back-to-back racing champion from weeks 1 and 2, John Zimmer Jr. Let's see what the judges are going to bestow upon him here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Joey, great stuff so far, man. I'm excited to see this score.
That's right, Ken. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I had the idea to do some donuts past the crowd there, and I was like, I can't do it now. He already did it. And that's one of the toughest things about going further down the line is these guys go out and they just totally kill it, and you're like, what in the world am I going to do now?
Well, you know, man, but those are cool things, and the crowd loves that stuff. I guess if you go out there and take the best of everything that you've seen and you can execute it. Now, that's going to be tough because all of these wow moments are going to be very difficult to duplicate because they're right on that ragged edge. Just because you're out there doing all the great things that everybody else did doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it. You might end up like a turtle on your shell. John Zimmer Jr. waiting for his score. Terminal Velocity. Score is in. Number 3 on the board with a 34. Terminal Velocity, a great score, but not enough to take the lead. Now, you wonder why Terminal Velocity is a little bit below Wicked Strong. Wicked Strong had a little bit more big air. So Terminal Velocity settles into the number 3 spot. Great stuff from Terminal Velocity. And, of course, John Zimmer Jr. out of Grandy, North Carolina. My boy has now hopped out of the booth and in to the high-octane powered Bad Habit. So we're going to wait and see as the final 2 trucks come up for freestyle here at the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Remember, next Sunday night, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, monster truck fans, we will be here. My name is Ken Nowitzki, and I'm one of the voices here at Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. If you guys have a chance, please follow me at Instagram at Ken, K-E-N, Nowitzki, N-A-V-I-T-S-K-Y, and you guys can come on the journey with me, whether it's Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live or doing the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags or Monster Truck Throwdown. You can come out on the road with me. Here is my boy, Joe Sylvester, in Bad Habit, coming out here to see if he can put together enough great moves to somehow wrestle away the lead from Avenger. So let's see what Bad Habit has got as he comes out, introducing his presence with a nice jump out onto the middle of the Castrol Raceway here in Edmonton. Another cross tread there from Joe Sylvester and Bad Habit, kind of feeling out the track. Oh my goodness. Look at the Ford just absorbing that Kitty Wampus jump there. Joe Sylvester probably a little bit nervous there right off the bat in the first 20 seconds, not wanting to roll over and get out of the competition. Great air on the back side of the track for Joe Sylvester and Bad Habits. Let's see what he's got going on. Winding up for the big jump back into the middle of the track. The big classic Ford holding on. Yokohama tires grabbing all of that dirt here of the Castrol Raceway. So far, Joe Sylvester doing a good job. Definitely hitting all the obstacles. He wants to do that. He's going to bust into some donuts here. This is awesome. First time we've seen a couple of donuts out in the middle of the track. Oh my goodness, the pirouette is in a wow moment. Joe Sylvester back on all 4 tires. 10 seconds left with a big wow moment in the Ford, slap wheelie across the arena floor into a stoppie. 2, 1, 0 on its lid as the clock expires. Joe Sylvester, oh my goodness, with some pirouette feet, but is it a wow moment? Did he get enough in there? Joe Sylvester back the lead. I'm telling you, this is awesome. This run, first time we see a couple of donuts out in the middle of the track. Let's see what the judges have to say. But look at the replay here. The pirouette. The production team is it a wow moment? Joe Sylvester back refused to let that hot shoe go away. Where are we at? Bad Habit at 29, a great score for Joe Sylvester and Bad Habit, 29. So solid stuff from Joe Sylvester. And, listen, some of you might be out there saying that was the best run. You got to remember, Joe Sylvester ran a very technical run. He started slow, worked his way into it, got bigger and bigger. It was a very methodical, very technical freestyle. And at the end, comes up a little bit short, but when he gets back in the booth, we'll find out. But Bad Habit at 29. A great run for Joe Sylvester. So Joe Sylvester slides into the number 7 spot. Gotta love it.
Back, Ken.
That boy, man, that was awesome. We had some big wow moments for a while there. I was thinking, man, you might get the lead in it. That was good stuff. Oh my goodness,
man, I've seen everybody before me go for a backflip.
Is it a wow moment?
I'm going to do something different, and I'm not going to go for a backflip. I'm going to do something incredibly stupid and see if I can make it work.
First time we've seen a couple of donuts out in the middle of the track, and it cost you $0. Oh my goodness, the pirouette.
Zero.
Is it a wow moment? Oh, I love it. You would add a Joe Sylvester back. Don't worry about it. You're good to go. This is awesome. So look at this. First time we've seen a couple of donuts out in the middle of the track. A 29, Joe. Are you happy with that score? Oh my goodness, the pirouette.
Deserving for
is it a wow moment?
Spectacular, still getting the hang of things out there. And still getting used to trying to use the keys on the keyboard for my rear steer. And I always end up hitting the wrong button, and I'm like, why is my rear steer not turning? And I'm hitting the wrong button. So it's all fun and games out there. We're having a good time, and hopefully everybody's staying entertained that's watching this on YouTube right now. And we're going to keep on trying to do this every Sunday night, bringing in some more real drivers, alternating people out, keep it interesting. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Now, like I said, this is a spin-off of my real Outlaw Monster Truck Drags, which kicks off on the 4th of July this year at the Canfield Fairgrounds in Canfield, Ohio, my hometown. We got an awesome truck lineup. We got a lot of cool things in store. But let's get back to the action here on Sunday night for the virtual Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Our final truck, Justin Perez.
Good stuff. Comes out just like you into a slap wheelie, Joe Sylvester. Just trying to mix it up a little bit. Like you said, a lot of these tricks have already been checked off. He's just going to have to nail them.
Yeah, that was good, man. You've seen a couple of us come out and hit that jump right out of the pits. He came out and did a slap wheelie off of it. It was another unique way to kind of the same jump everybody's been hitting, but do your own thing off of it.
And don't feel bad for Preston Perez. He is the 2-time winner the first 2 weekends. Trying something else. Look at this.
Look at that. The Saturday night
special. That was awesome.
It's a new twist on an old Mike Vaughters trick there. The Saturday night special reverser over the bus stack to a moonwalk.
Not too shabby. Preston Perez coming out, trying to see if he can't wrestle away the lead from Avenger. Hitting all the obstacles. 40 seconds left on the clock. Joe, now's when he's going to step it up, I would imagine.
Absolutely. He's definitely going to step it up. He's probably going to go for a backflip here. And definitely going to throw his own little twist on it, too. Another one going for the corkscrew backflip.
Nice! Did he save it?
Oh, no, he's not going to save that one. About 22 seconds left on the clock. Hey, like I said, you got 12 trucks out here. Everybody went big. Everybody had some spectacular moves. You got to go out there and try to figure out what you're going to do. And Preston's out there and he's like, man, what can I do next? What can I do differently than what's been done already? Step it up. He's probably going to go for a backflip here.
So, Joe, one of the things we can say is we have a new racing winner, and it will definitely be the same in the freestyle, I would imagine. We're going to have a new freestyle winner. So week number 3 has Avenger as your freestyle winner. Taurus comes in with a 25. So this is good stuff. Avenger has got the win, and it looks like Kyle Knickerbocker is in here with us. Kyle, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Kyle, man, congratulations, dude. I love seeing you young guys come in here and lock horns with the real world veterans, and you come out here and you get a win, man. What's going through your mind right now?
A lot of excitement. I'm glad to be representing Team Scream out of Columbus, Michigan with Jim Kohler. Got my good teammate in the finals. Lost sadly in racing, but I'm really excited. I won freestyle for once and Joey Sylvester's tour for once. Yeah!
That's right, Kyle. Congratulations, man. I'm glad to see you take home a win here. I know you're another one of the guys that puts in a lot of work behind the scenes all week long so that we could come out here and have some fun and entertain people on Sunday night. I'm glad you're able to get a win tonight, man. It's well deserved. Every time I watch you drive on this, it's like I'm really watching Jim Kohler out there. Yeah, I think you definitely represent their team properly, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. That means a lot coming from you, especially putting all the time and energy into this track, putting this track together and talking to you how you want the track, where you want it, and just amazing.
Yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it. And it's been really cool to be able to kind of take some of my ideas that I have for the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags and try them out here on rigs or rods on the simulator like we did last week. And you guys do a great job of kind of bringing my ideas to life. It's really awesome.
Yeah, Kyle, you guys do an amazing job. I think you can absolutely see the difference week 1 to week 3 going into week 4. You know, the first week, a little bit rough, man. Now we've got instant replay. The tracks look amazing. A lot of people don't understand, but you spend a lot of time making sure that the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags look the way they do. You put a lot of time into this, don't you?
Yes, I do. Next week's track is going to be a little different in a way, but still the same racing style. It's going to be a J-hook. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting. It's a different venue. It's our first arena stop for the season. Kind of excited how it's going to happen.
All right. What is the arena? Do we know the arena? Where are we going next week?
We are going to DeQuoin, Illinois.
Nice. All right, man. Well, that's good stuff. Kyle, congratulations, man. I'm proud of you. I love seeing you guys come out here and live the dream, so to speak. And you know what? As far as the monster truck universe goes right now, Joe Sylvester, man, this is it. And these kids are the center of the universe.
All right, Ken. You know, everybody's kind of locked down at the moment. We're not able to go out and do any live events. So this is the next best thing we have right now. Bring some real-world drivers, racing it up with the sim racers. We're having a good time. It's really cool to interact with these guys. They've been fans of ours. They're fans of monster trucks. And it's hopefully we're able to go out and still entertain people. It's not quite the real thing, but it's as close as we got right now, except for just watching highlight reels of the past year or two. This is the closest we can get to a real monster truck show right now until we can get back to normal and get back outside and get crazy again. Hopefully everybody's still staying with us and staying entertained and staying safe at home and ready for when we can get back in action outdoors.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your racing winner, Vincent Icard and wicked strong Kyle Knickerbocker. It's a big win for Team Scream and Freestyle. We want to send a big thank you out to High Octane Coffee Company, Full Throttle Battery, FK Rod Ends, Yokohama Tire, AMSOIL, and of course, Renegade Products. For my boy Joe Sylvester, my name is Ken Nowitzki, and this has been installment number 3 of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. We'll see you guys again next weekend. Same bat channel, same bat time for weekend number 4 of the Outlaw Monster Truck Drags. Good night. God bless. We'll see you guys next weekend for Outlaw Monster Truck Drags.